So, look, this is big news in my world, okay? For me, when there's a podcast with Papa DJ Vlad and Daddy Adam22, I pretty much put down my tools, pause. Whatever I'm doing, I'm putting down whatever I'm doing, and I'm getting my notepad, and I'm watching DJ Vlad and Adam22 have a conversation. These are the GOATs, okay? And they're not the only GOATs, okay? Let's not get it twisted. I know what you're all going to say, a bunch of white culture vultures, but there's plenty of incredible, Mount Rushmore of hip-hop content. DJ Academic, Charlemagne the God, yes, Adam22, yes, DJ Vlad. It's a diverse array of people at the very top of this hip-hoposphere. But I gotta say, when it doesn't really get much better for me than DJ Vlad. I love to hear what Vlad has to say. I'm a humongous fan of Vlad. Obviously, Adam is the homie. All of that good stuff, man. When this dropped a day ago, I had to literally stop what I was doing. Pause. All right, take a sip and get to watching this. And look, okay, DJ Vlad definitely is the godfather of hip-hop YouTube, okay? You come to me on this day, the day that my Boosie interview is being released, and you ask me a favor, okay? You ask me to create 50 clips. DJ Vlad is the GOAT, whether it comes to clipping, interviewing, just being a legend of bringing this content stuff into the forefront of the YouTube hip-hop game. Ain't many like DJ Vlad, man, and I really listen when Vlad talks. However, and I love DJ Vlad. I got to preface this by saying I love Daddy Vlad, okay? You're the GOAT. You're the godfather. You're the God. Did you come to me on the day of my Boosie interview? Right? But he was talking some silliness when it came to King Von in this video. Okay? So look, we're going to get into it, all right? But there was some cap in this interview, and I know that DJ Vlad is smart when it comes to his research. So I was thinking DJ Vlad might have to give FYBJ Main a call and do a little bit of his homework on King Von and certain activities, okay? Because my guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to King Von and FBG Duck, man. Because he interviewed Duck, but he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know what was going on. So look, let me try and find it. I should have got the exact clip. Where is it at? Look.
Yeah, Oblak's not doing too well right now. The Oblak 6 just got convicted.
That was rough.
Yeah.
What was that like for you to see it? You weren't aware of any of these guys beforehand, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Well, I knew FBG Duck.
Right.
I interviewed him twice. In both interviews, I said that you should move out of Chicago.
Yeah.
And in both interviews, he argued with me about it.
Did you hear that?
Only to be murdered in Chicago, in an area that nobody ever thought you'd be in danger.
Now, I've got to give Vlad his props here, okay? He was on the Chicago scene early. You want to talk about people that are actually plugged into this stuff, okay? You want to talk about people that are plugged into this stuff and actually have their finger on the pulse of the culture. Okay, DJ Vlad been interviewing FBG Duck 6 years ago, okay? So before you little Oblockians, all right, want to talk about how much you love FBG Duck and how much you love King Von and how this and that. And look, Vlad been there when Duck was alive. A lot of you phonems, all right, you ain't even heard of Duck until he unfortunately lost his life and became the subject of much dissing by certain little Dirk, etc. But anyway, DJ Vlad's been deep in the culture, okay? So you can't take it away from him. He had his finger on the pulse early, but as we're about to learn, his timeline, around about 2020, he kind of loses the plot and seems to forget what he's talking about when it comes to this stuff, okay?
Right.
You know, it's like a rodeo drive of Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't... It blows my mind that when did this happen? 2022?
So
21 maybe?
21, something like
21,
that.
Then
No. August the 4th, 2020, good sir. DJ Vlad, Officer Vlad. I know they call you the FBI, but I think you might get reassigned after this one because that ain't it.
when did this happen? 2022?
So
21 maybe?
21, something like that.
No, Vlad. Papa Vlad, okay? Don Vlad Leone. That is not correct, okay? I might have to pull up a certain documentary by Mr. Traplaw Ross. Now, we have multiple to choose from. Obviously, we could watch the King Von serial killer documentary. We could watch any number of things. We could watch someone else's. We could give Hip Hop Daily a chance, although they might actually have it all wrong. But 2020, my man. 2020.
While 63rd...
It's even in the headlines here, look. 2020,
This
right?
video is sponsored by Chemical.
There's a lot going on.
Is a nearby...
I know there's a lot going on, but Vlad dropped the ball on this one, okay? So, look, let's dig deep, all right? Let's dig deep into what's going on here, okay? Because I just want to fact check. I want a Vlad check, all right? Computer's bugging out. A lot going on, okay? Look, all of this stuff, all right? All of this stuff that was going on. We're going to see a lot of it, okay? We're going to see a lot of it. FBG Duck versus King Von. Man, I forgot there's a lot to this.
Witness.
Now look. Anyway.
A block. Openly selling weed or two...
Okay. You get the gist, okay? You get the, I'll keep it moving.
That in 2021,
no,
6 people can get together and feel they can get away with the murder of a high-profile rapper in downtown Chicago and get away with it.
Right.
You know, I mean, I understand people get angry and there's tempers and, you know, you do things at the spur of a moment, but you're talking about 6 people were involved and they have text messages and cars being used and getaway drivers, and like, you really think y'all gonna get away with this?
See, the way Vlad's talking, it makes me feel like he's unaware of the amount of self-snitching that also went on after the murders, and there's more of it coming out. But like, I ain't gonna front. I did have it early, but
In
you know what I'm saying?
2021, with cell phones and cameras everywhere, with Chicago being what it is,
Everyone's cell phone and camera filming themselves when this went down, man. It was pretty
this
bad.
is not in a cornfield somewhere in Iowa. You know, you just leave a dead body there and you just...
I think that this is an example of dudes who, I'm not saying that the dudes who got picked up for this, that they necessarily like killed a bunch of people before, but a huge percentage of the murders in Chicago go unsolved. So I feel like that's probably an example of these dudes thinking that they could just get away with whatever. Meanwhile, you commit this kind of crime in this sort of public area, the cops are going to like very much take serious interest in it.
Yeah, you can't, I mean, listen, you shoot somebody in a back alley somewhere and...
I gotta say, these comments, right? These comments was kind of freaky because listen to the way Vlad's talking. He's like, look, you shoot someone in the back alley somewhere. That's a standard night of the week. I don't know what type of American Psycho shit DJ Vlad is on in his spare time. Vlad might have more bodies than Von, if I keep it real with you. Okay, he's out here apparently murking homeless people in alleyways.
Like
Listen
very much take serious interest in it.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, listen, you shoot somebody in a back alley somewhere, and that person might not have some family, or you know, this might
look at Vlad. You know what I'm saying? You catch a couple bodies in a back alley. It's standard. People in the chat saying put it on normal playback speed. My bad.
be a homeless person, or you know,
He's like, you know, you smoke a homeless person. Standard procedure, right, Vlad?
someone that doesn't have an a fan base, but you shoot someone in the middle, you know, in front of the Fendi store,
Right.
with you know, upper end shoppers being terrified and running for their lives and saying, I'm never going back to the street again because there was a shooting last time I went there. You know, stores possibly going out of business, messing up, you know, the finance of that city.
They're going to figure that one out.
They're going to figure it out. And look,
So that's facts. Like, Vlad is completely right, okay? The whole idea that they shot up Duck in the middle of the Gold Coast in the middle of the day, of course, Chicago were going to solve this crime, okay? Yes, a lot of bodies get dropped down in the South Side, in the areas where this beef stems from. And seemingly, the Chicago police kind of don't do too much about them murders. But that's definitely true, that the fact that this took place downtown at a luxury shopping district was a reason that they were going to solve this. But that in addition, and I think this is the aspect that Vlad don't seem that aware of, it's like the blatant and flagrant self-snitching that went on afterwards. And Vlad's interviewed Boss Top, right? But he's probably not aware of that. He better not say shit about Troy interview, which we'll probably have a look at in a minute.
for example, like, you know, one of my security in New York is active NYPD. And he told me flat out that the news affects the cases that they prioritize.
Yeah.
His sergeant will come in and say, okay, New York Daily News just covered this murder, so everyone, I'm going to put extra resources over here, blah, blah.
Do you think they go into the office and they say, yo, Sergeant, Traplaw Ross and DJ Vlad just dropped a couple of clips about the gang war? Damn it, Chief. Finally, if DJ Vlad and Traplaw Ross are talking about the gang war, it's about time we cleaned up this city, man. In a way, me and Vlad are like modern-day Batmen, except we just make videos and then the police catch the bad guys. But it's kind of our police work, you know? I am joking. But, you know.
No one reports on the shit. I mean, yeah, they'll try to solve it, but they're not going to put the same level of attention. They're not going to put the same amount of manpower. So FBG...
They're not going to get the special white glove treatment that a murder that's been covered in a Traplaw Ross or a DJ Vlad clip would get. You know what I mean? I feel like Chicago's PD. You know what I'm saying? You get upgraded to a tier 1 murder case if it hits. Hell, if it's on Hip Hop Daily, shit, you might get platinum level service from the Chicago cops.
G Duck, yeah, he wasn't, Kanye, but he was a known rapper in Chicago. He had millions of followers, millions of views, and it's done in a very high profile area. And his mom is making a fuss out of it, and she's doing interviews and that type of thing. I don't get it. It's just mind blowing that you would even want to be involved in something like that.
Right.
I feel like that's the funny thing is it's like if you kind of stop following the whole gang war and you didn't get that deep into the King Von rabbit hole, it does kind of not make sense. It's like, why would these guys commit this brazen murder? Like, everybody knew that they did it, and they killed this really famous guy from the opposing gang, so like the most famous op. It's like, it's ironic, and I'm not putting Vlad down, but I'm just trying to say like it's interesting, like all the points that he's saying of like, why would somebody do this? It makes no sense. But then it's like, when you factor in King Von getting away with 7 murders and seemingly cultivating this culture in O Block of just like, we basically commit murder and there's no consequence for murder. Like that King Von's life from like 2018 to 2020, that's like an undisputed 2-year run of just no consequences for anything he ever did, right? And it's like, when you look at it through that lens of like, King Von damn near killed 7 people by the looks of it, allegedly, come on. And like, it's like, when you think about that, that's why you got a guy like Muwop running around singing these songs. Dude from 63rd couldn't get back up because his bro Von, before he died, was the poster child of let's commit 7 murders and never face any consequences. So it's like, I feel like it's like all of it makes sense when you really appreciate everything that went down with the Von story.
If someone told me, hey, I'm going to go kill so-and-so, no, I'm good.
Well, allegedly there was a bunch of.
I don't know who this is.
Allegedly, there's a bunch of money on the table for them if they successfully pulled that off.
Right, 100,000. I heard.
Well, I mean,
split between 6 people. What is that?
So here's the thing, right? Like, Vlad's kind of casting doubt on the King Von 100,000 theory. Like, we ain't seen King Von in the trap with the 100,000.
15,000 a person.
I mean,
a lot of good that does them now, even if they got paid.
And the chains. Let's not forget the chains, Vlad.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, 100,000?
Yeah.
100,000 over a high-profile murder? That seems like the deal of a lifetime for whoever put that money up.
King Von.
You know what I'm saying? It's so unbelievably low compared to the ramifications.
right.
And on top,
But that's the thing. If you view it through a lens of these guys look up to Von, who never faced any ramifications for murder, everyone in O Block at that period of time convinced themselves that you just do murders and nothing happens. Like Muwop, they've been saying he got a couple other bodies. Look at the way he running in that footage. That's what they're saying on Chiracology. That he got the same gait in the other murders. All right, that's not me. That's Chiracology saying that. So these guys they're cultivating, all right, an aura of murder is completely fine.
top of it, what if they actually say who put that money up? Now you're putting
King Von, he's dead.
your own, the rest of your life, up on the line. If that comes back to you as a murder for hire.
Well, there's a lot of people who think that Vaughn would have been indicted or there would be some kind of RICO charge, based on this specific thing. Which I don't know if there's
the
actual
Duck thing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's actual
But
evidence.
Duck died after Vaughn.
Vlad, this is where I got a migraine when I saw this, man. I'll be honest with you. When I saw this moment, I damn near spun around in my chair. My eyeballs popped out my head like a goddamn Tom and Jerry cartoon. And I said, no, not Vlad, not the Podfather himself. Okay, you come to me on the day of my boosie house tour, and you ask me to create 100 clips. Vlad, no.
Right.
So,
But yeah,
Adam's like, nah.
Yeah.
based on this specific thing. Which I don't know if there's
the FG
actual
Duck thing?
Yeah, I don't know if there's
but
actual
FG
evidence.
Duck died after Vaughn.
Right.
So,
But like
Right.
the money could have previously been
No,
put up. Obviously, there's like associates with, but there's a lot of people who think that would have been how that played out.
I don't know, man. I've heard rumors, but I've never. I can't tell you specifically this is what Vaughn did or didn't do.
You got to check out this documentary, Vlad. There's this documentary you should check out. It's real good. Not this one. This is, you know, if you want to, you know, if you want to really educate yourself, there's this one. But no, the main one, the big one, the big boy.
A lot
Vlad.
of things to people.
All right. So look. Okay. Look. All right. There's a whole chapter called "The King of Self-Snitching." Okay, and we're talking about King Von. Okay. The thing is, it's just Vlad. How have you not seen King Von eating cereal after the duck murder? How have you not seen that? How have you not seen that? Have you not seen this? Vlad was lying and suggesting that somebody else had deleted their DMs.
You know you and Duck didn't make up. His mom came out. They said you and Duck.
Gang, how you gonna tell? See that this ain't right. Gang, how
his
y'all
mom
gonna
said his mom
gang,
said that would never
his
happen.
mama was not there. I ain't never met his mama. I don't know his mama. You see what I'm saying? I've talked to him. You see what I'm saying? Then they deleted all our DMs, so I can't show them the. I don't know why they do that.
From here, a flustered King Von would try and sidestep his past beef with Duck, saying that they just went to school together.
They just make it look real crazy to y'all. These just really
Vlad,
we
check
all
it out,
went to
man.
school
Just
with,
give it a
like,
watch.
That shit
school
do
with,
look
you know
crazy to me. I kid you not.
That's how they
I be
make it.
looking
But
at it
then
like, yo,
you gotta understand, like you said, they right there down the street. We went to school. Like, it ain't that serious, you know. And then, you know, it's just that we ain't cool no more. It was, you know, but it ain't that serious. Like, it's to the point where let's talk about it. It ain't. That's both of us rapping. We can figure something out. We need to stop all the violence, all the shit. That shit. We got a voice. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we tell Chicago fall back, tell Chicago fall back.
Eventually, academics would ask Von how he felt when he heard about Duck's death, and Von would start slowly eating cereal, saying that he was hurt by Duck's death in an incredibly unconvincing manner.
were you saddened by the news that he was murdered then?
Man, that shit hurt. I ain't even go to sleep that night. Can't believe that.
At a certain point, Von tells academics to hold Come on, man. He would then point
Oh, man. It's been a while since I've even watched this, man. It's chilling stuff.
the camera away from his face, and we would hear what sounds like Von and his friends laughing off camera. And before Von came back on camera, for a very brief moment, we got a glimpse of Von's friend from O Block, BJ, laughing in the background.
Hold on, man. Oh, let's talk about some other shit though. Let's talk about some other shit though.
Like, come on, man.
I can't help but notice the fact that Von is eating cereal whilst discussing the killing of Duck.
I mean, look, okay, if you don't believe the cereal thing is true, fair enough. But, like, come on. That shit's crazy. And there's a lot more where that came from. Here's the thing that I find not a lot of people really picked up on. But me. He tweeted. Von tweeted, I swear. Now look at this. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. This was soon after, and somebody was trying to get at me saying that I got the timings wrong, but the timings are correct, because this is universal coordinated time for me when that tweet was made, GMT, which, if you translate it to local Chicago time, that's like not long after the murder, right? Like, come on.
King
For FBG, the target.
It would appear that only 7 minutes after the killing of FBG Duck, King Von would tweet a goat emoji, seemingly congratulating himself for pulling off a hit that he had wanted to do for more than 10 years. This was quite possibly the 9th murder that King Von was responsible for, and the 11th that he had allegedly been connected to. And perhaps Von soon realised that he shouldn't be celebrating this one. Von would later
My
tweet
God.
that him and Duck settled their differences before his death, suggesting that they were
Vlad.
even going to make a song together.
Ugh. No. The Godfather, man.
So yeah, I'm not gonna put that on there.
No, definitely. But watching something like that go down,
There was so much more.
Often King
All
Von
of
had
this.
when it came to killing. In public, he would say plotted after some words. A track which doesn't, and that's about me and Doody Low with his kinds of this lyric track would take the dice, he and all goes on Instagram Live with DQ from O Block saying that there's no more FBG.
All that dissing or saying something or even acting like y'all with some shit that y'all know for sure ain't with, I'ma smack that on y'all. I ain't gonna play like that. Then we know y'all ain't gangsta, y'all on the internet. We know y'all ain't gangsta, y'all ain't trying to do that. Ain't no more FB. Ain't that right, Big DQ? Ain't that right?
There's a lot. Von would also tweet that he knows the police have his phone tapped, and that all they'll find out is that he gives people money every day. Money for what, though, Von? He just passes out money just in the weeks preceding FBG Duck's death. All the police are gonna find out is that he passed out money. That's all they're gonna find out. What use would that information be? Von would also go on to tweet that 63rd was no more, and another saying, "You heard what they say I did, but I did worse," indicating that Von had done even more crimes that the public didn't know about. After this, we would see one famous example of King Von's crimes catching up with him in the music industry. He had actually been booked to perform at rap music festival. So look. All right, that's just the Von doc. All right, but if we want to talk about Duck, all right, dear Lord, looks with or maybe would take. I mean, there was a lot. But we're looking for one particular bit. Obviously, a bunch of chains were given out soon after Duck's murder. Well, was that Moo? Is that Moo Wop? Seen flexing his new chain extensively on IG. All right, people in the chat saying, of course they don't know every detail. They didn't make a 5-hour doc like you. That's fair. I just wanted to. It just annoyed me, man. It just annoyed me. Like Vlad got the info wrong. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Ain't that deep, is it? Designing the chains. I just wanted to clear the air. I just wanted to get the facts out there. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let people know. All right. I just wanted to get the most incriminating one of all. Let's just get this one. 2020, when an interview is released with Boss Top from O Block speaking on camera. This interview is him surrounded by members. Bro, this is literally like where this is like. I swear, isn't that one of the cars used in the murder? I don't know if that's another one, but that's one of the cars. Isn't that where the cars like left on the surveillance footage from? On camera. This interview is him surrounded by members on the block, speaking about what things were like before the fame and discussing his relationships with King. I need to ease up on the prime, man. Thing is, if you're going to take a vlogger into a gang stronghold, you might want to be a bit more careful about what you say and where you say it, because this interview with Boss Top contained a number of very incriminating details. First thing they do is walk onto the block telling the camera that their homies are smoking brick and duck.
We got phone rolling up brick over there. Yeah. Phone rolling up brick over there. Phone putting the duck out right there. Oh, we got a lot of chicken there.
Hell, if you look at the comments on this video, you will see that there is a bunch of people pointing out the fact that there is a car the same model as the one that was used in the murder of FBG Duck parked right next to them. Sure, it could be a coincidence, but it does make you wonder why only less than a month after a gangland murder in the middle of a busy street that these guys are inviting vloggers to their block to record them. And so it was in this very interview that Boss Top from O Block would post up in front of the camera telling the vlogger that he's willing to answer anything. Anything, you say?
The next question I'm going to ask you, I'm asking any question. Any question? Any question? I'm answering that shit.
Well, naturally, he is eventually asked about FBG Duck, and his answer is really something. Boss Top immediately says that Duck shouldn't have dissed their dead homie T-Roy, before catching himself and then shutting up.
FBG Duck, any thoughts on him? Like, did you know him? Who, Duck? Did you know him before, like everything?
Like that. I don't know. Okay. All I know, don't say that shit about Troy, or rest in peace, Duck.
But if that wasn't enough, a flustered Boss Top then redirects the camera's attention to the hitters standing behind them, one of whom does a nose-wiping motion.
Okay, so you got anything about FBG Duck? You know what I'm saying? You know, don't say shit about Troy. That's it. Don't say shit about Troy. Get that guy over there. Whatever, you know me. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know I know that. Stop playing. Stop playing. Don't do that. Stop playing. Talk to somebody else today.
Boss Top will then go on to call his O-Block chain a trophy.
This shit ain't no motherfucking chain. This like, it's like a trophy to this our brother, you know? This shit more than the chain. This shit way more than the chain. This shit our lifestyle.
Now, this most incriminating section of the interview. So look, anyway, you get the gist. And look, I love Papa Vlad, all right? I love Daddy Vlad. Pause. He is the GOAT. But my guy, I know, look, I know there was some, I would say this was instigated by TMZ, all right? But look, there was some comments with Boosie and Vlad saying that my documentary was cap, all right? And look at the way TMZ did this headline, all right? They were gassing it up way more than it needed to be. But I said to TMZ, Boosie on the King Von serial killer documentary. YouTubers don't know. And both of them said in this they hadn't watched the documentary, all right? So look, Vlad, just give it a watch, okay? You need to fill in some of the gaps, all right, in your knowledge, all right, my guy? And the TMZ were instigating this. There's no beef.
Boosie and Vlad should watch it before giving out. Look at them 3 exclamation marks. TMZ know what they're doing. TMZ about to get me smoked by Vlad. But anyway, that was just my thoughts on the Vlad interview with Adam. Incredible interview. Very, very fascinating stuff. Really enjoyed it. 2 of the GOATs. It's great to hear them talking back and forth. But yeah, that's all I've got to say on the topic.